to set the auger up here. We gotta move the swing away over to the other side.
First.
Now I gotta climb up and open the lid. Got the auger set up. I'm gonna go check oil on the combine and the auger cart tractor and get them warming up. Alright, let's get started here. There really is no good way to dive into this field, so we just kind of angle off the road, cut in, and that's really the best way to get started. The field entrance is kind of steep at both ends of the field, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to go in like that. Having trouble with my climate. It won't pair to the drive. It usually doesn't have much trouble. Let's try this again. Out of range. Okay. Well, now it says it's connected. Oh boy. Try the turn it off and turn it back on thing. Out of range. What is going on? Alright, so I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and now it's working. Unbelievable. This technology is great when it works. Got some lakefront property right now. This corn's down a little bit too, but it seems like it's just on the edges of the field. It doesn't look as bad once you get out towards the middle, and I'm hoping that's the case. Well, we don't have an auger cart operator today because we fired Dylan. Just kidding, we didn't fire Dylan. He was just busy today and couldn't work. anyways, it's just me and Dad today. We're hauling right across the road to Dad's house, going to the bin, and that 10-inch auger can't keep up anyway, so I'm just gonna make a couple rounds and dump. These are pretty short rows, so I can make 2 rounds. If we had someone in the auger cart, we could pick corn faster than we could get it dumped, so it wouldn't really speed us up at all. And also, this field is really wet, and we don't really want the auger cart out in the field because we don't want to get it stuck. Dad snapped the PTO shaft shear bolt, so we got to deal with that. Auger's full, and the hopper's full. So what we got to do is take the chain off that runs the swing away right here, and empty out the tube going up, and then empty that out.
Yeah, trying to get that figured out while I was doing everything, but I should have had you come with me. It's been a lot easier to get everything figured out. The first load's a lot better with one.
Got this emptied out. Got the chain back on. See if we can get the swing right. All right. Got the auger fixed. The PTO shaft, which is what drives the auger, has what you call a shear bolt on it. So if you get the auger too full or whatever, it'll shear that bolt instead of breaking something more important, more expensive. So it's not a big deal. It's just kind of frustrating because it doesn't like wet corn, and it's a lot easier to plug when you're running wet corn. So you gotta take the PTO shaft off, put the new bolt in it, take the chain off, empty the tube, put the chain back on, and then you're running again. I'm getting a lot of head chatter, and I don't really know why. It normally wetter corn like this doesn't shatter that bad. I've got my deck plates closed all the way up, and I'm running my head as slow as it'll go, and it's still shattering really bad. So it's hard to tell if I'm actually losing it out the back or if it's just head chatter. So I don't know. I've got some more fine tuning to do. The sample seems a little dirty, but I still feel like I'm losing some out the back. I don't know. Need to get that figured out. Can anybody else not stand sitting in a vehicle with a heavy coat on? It drives me nuts. The first thing that comes off whenever I get into a vehicle. Well, now we got a bearing out on the bottom of the auger. It's always something. So I'm gonna go up there and we're gonna take a look at it and see if it's something that we can just get by for the day or if we need to tear into it right now. I'm hoping that we can just deal with it for today and maybe tear it apart this afternoon after we get the dryer somewhat full, but we'll see what happens.
How the heck you supposed to get that all out of there? Because this don't come off.
Oh, I see that one. We pounded that in. Oh,
yeah, but how did we get... How did we...
decided to tear into this thing. It's got two bearings that are shot and the flighting is shot on one side, so we decided we went through this much work, we might as well replace a bunch of parts while we're in there. Well, Dad went one way to get the flighting and I'm going the other way to get the bearings. We had to get them at two different places. We called this place first. It's closer. They didn't have the flighting, but they had the bearings, so we just got it from them. He's got to go over to Lafayette, Indiana, which is about an hour away. So I'm gonna get the parts, head back, start tearing everything apart, and hopefully by the time he gets back we can throw it back together and at least get something else done today. I could just pull one of those brand new augers home. That'd probably be a better idea. Something tells me that tractor will probably struggle pulling that big disc. Well, since Dad's got an hour drive both ways, I might as well run into town and get something to eat while I'm here. Might drive through the Chevy lot, pick me out a new truck while I'm here too. Yeah, that's really sharp, but I can't afford it. Sadie. Hey. Go put the auger back together. Go put the auger back together. I don't think she'll do it. Anyways, I got back with my share of the parts. Dad's not back yet. He went to go get the other auger, like that one. The flighting is shot on the other one. This one's not too bad, but I got it all tore apart. I'm gonna start putting that side back together. There's two augers, one on each side, and it drives off that center shaft. Got the auger back together. It's 3 o'clock and we got 10 acres harvested so far. So we better get it together if we want to get that dryer full tonight. Alright, let's get back to it. I kind of figured that was going to take a few hours, and it sure did. So I just asked my wife if she would bring me coffee after work. So you'll have to stay tuned to the end of the video to see if she does or not. Well, the sun's about to go down. We got 21 acres done so far. That's a little over half of this field. I don't know how much we'll do tonight. I don't know if Dad will want to just fill that bin all the way up or just go to above the door like we normally do and then top it off tomorrow. But that's what our plan is. Probably working here pretty late tonight. Well, this corn is still running around 25% moisture, but I guess that's why we decided to take it to the bin. We could save a lot of money drying it at home. It really slows things down. It takes a couple days really to run that dryer and then get it emptied back out again. But we're just going to keep plugging away at it and trying to get as much done as we can. The corn is still standing fairly well, so that definitely helps in case we have to extend harvest out a little longer. But if it starts to go down like really bad, then we're gonna have to start taking some to the elevator and be a little more productive. But for now, it's standing. We'll take as much to the bin and save some money as we can. I got the auger cart full before Dad got the truck dumped, so I drove up here to the house. We're loading in the yard. Yeah, Dad ended up shearing a bolt on the PTO again. I thought it was taking him a long time to dump, but I just want to go up, make sure everything's all right. Well, Maria brought me coffee, but she couldn't stick around, so she left it in the tractor here for me. She's the best wife. Oh, that's good. This time change is the worst. It's only 6:15, and it's been dark for like an hour already. Makes me get tired quicker. At least I got coffee now. This is probably as good a time as any to sign off, so thanks for watching. I thought we could be a little bit more productive today. I wasn't really counting on that breakdown, but it's alright. I think we're going to get done what we wanted to get done, just didn't get it done as timely. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button. There's a bell right next to it that notifies you whenever I have new video. And we'll see you next time.